finally got together all the stuff I wanted for the fall caboodle. So here we go. Uh, I had fun putting this together because actually these are kind of my favorite colors. You guys probably know that all the earth tony kind of colors are my favorite. So we just went for it. And these bags are some little doodads. We'll look at that in a second. If you were at any of my lives, we did a few little pages of jelly printing. And so I put some samples of those that I did, and that will be, each will get a different one. Obviously, they're all one of a kind. Let me get, I forgot to measure this. This fabric has all of the fall colors. It's so yummy. So I think on average it was like about 12 inches. And there is how many? How many inches? Whoops, 12. So about 45 inches by 10. That's what that is. And this here is silk. May not look like it, but it is silk, and it just had all the colors that is represented here in this kit. So each got a piece of that. And what did that come to? This is, let's just say, about 10 by 10. Good for pockets or tabs or whatever you decide to do with it. Now in here, where do I have the sample? In here, because I don't want to take it all apart. In here, I made a, here's a sample here, everyone. This is made out of air dry clay, and I put some holes in here, and I figured, excuse me, I figured it might look nice if it was on the front of the journal, or maybe if you made a real fancy tag or something, you could put it on there. And it's not sealed or anything, so that you can paint it, antique it, whatever it is you want to do with it. So that's what's in here. And then here are some of the papers that are in the kit. I just thought this was so pretty. It's from Harper's Bazaar, and it's for November 1914. So I just printed that out. I love these. I mean, who doesn't like a tree growing out of somebody's head? You know what I mean? So, and hey, you can't beat the colors. Let me move that out of the way. Here's some autumn colors on a journal page. And, you have to have some autumn colored mushrooms. Hello. You just have to. And then there's these little ones. I thought if we made these little small little books also, that these would be perfect. Because for some reason, when I think of autumn, then I think about the leaves falling down and the little squirrels and mice and everything. And then I think of everything in miniature. I'm not really sure why, but I do. And then there's some hand-dyed green papers. And then another paper that we did with the jelly plate. Of course, they'll all be different. Then I did some eco print papers. I made these very, very grungy. I did these with leftover leaves from the file folders that I did, which I'll show you in a second. And then I put a chunk of this wallpaper that also had the autumn colors And these make really cool envelopes. So it's going to be an average of about 10 by 12. And it's nice and thick. And then you're also going to get one of these eco-printed file folders. And so your stuff will be in there. And then in addition to that, I traced out this little doll. I have a little plan for it. You may or may not use it, but it is on some watercolor paper, and I'll be, playing with this, and I'll do that with you guys. And then in here is a skeleton leaf. It's as big as this is. I don't want to take this all out. And then it's got a bunch of feathers in there also, which I have some fun plans what to do with that. And then in here, this is just a wood disc. I thought if we did like a transfer of one of those small pictures on there, that would be super cool. And then just it's a lot of fun stuff that we can put either inside the journal or on the spine or in the front, just to add to a little piece of wood, just to add a little flair to the cover. And then a bunch of autumn leaves. Oh, there's some left in there. And then a couple of pieces of the antique or vintage looking tape. So I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be able to do with this, and it's going to be kind of cool, and maybe make something a little different. I say that every month. But maybe some like little small ones. I keep visualizing these little small journals. Who knows, might end up with a humongous one as usual, but that's the plan. So these will be in the shop as you're watching this. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun with these. I mean, I had fun putting them together and visualizing what I want to do with them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but we're going to try anyway. That's the fun part. It's the process, right? Not necessarily what we end up with. It's just having fun working with our supplies and creating something new. All right, so they'll be in the shop.